The Nigerian entertainment industry has been left reeling in the wake of distressing reports concerning the deteriorating health condition of veteran Nollywood actress Mercy Johnson Okoji, whose once vibrant presence on screen has given way to a painful battle against a relentless illness. What began as hushed rumors among industry insiders about the celebrated actress's failing health has now erupted into a full-blown crisis, with her closest colleagues and friends breaking their silence in emotional appeals that have shaken the nation. For years, Mercy Johnson graced our screens with an unparalleled brilliance, her performances etching unforgettable characters into the collective memory of Nigerian cinema. But behind the glamorous facade of red carpets and movie premieres, a different story was unfolding, one of quiet suffering and unimaginable personal trials. Those who have worked closely with the beloved actress in recent months report noticing alarming changes that went far beyond ordinary fatigue. The radiant smile that became her trademark began to fade, replaced by visible signs of exhaustion that no amount of professional makeup could conceal. Her once boundless energy diminished noticeably, with colleagues observing how she would often retreat to her dressing room between takes, struggling to maintain the stamina required for filming. The vibrant personality that lit up movie sets now seemed dimmed, her laughter less frequent, her eyes reflecting a deep sorrow that those around her found increasingly difficult to ignore. As weeks turned into months, the physical transformation became impossible to dismiss. The actress's previously robust frame had become worryingly thin, her movements slower, her once powerful voice now carrying a noticeable weakness that betrayed her condition. The heartbreaking truth finally emerged when medical tests confirmed what many had feared but dared not speak aloud. Mercy Johnson was in the advanced stages of HIV infection, a diagnosis that explained the rapid decline in her health. Close associates revealed that the actress had initially attributed her symptoms to the punishing schedule she maintained, juggling multiple film projects while caring for her young family. The occasional bouts of fatigue, the intermittent fevers, the gradual weight loss, all were rationalized as inevitable consequences of her demanding career. By the time she sought comprehensive medical attention, the virus had already wrought significant damage to her immune system, leaving her vulnerable to opportunistic infections that further complicated her condition. Medical professionals familiar with her case emphasized that with earlier intervention, the progression of the disease could have been significantly slowed, a painful revelation that adds another layer of tragedy to this unfolding story. Among the first to break the deafening silence surrounding Mercy's condition was her longtime friend and colleague Regina Daniels, whose emotional public appeal brought the matter into stark relief. In a social media post that quickly went viral, Daniels laid bare the anguish of watching her friend's health deteriorate, describing Mercy as far more than a fellow actress, but rather as a sister in every sense that mattered. The raw emotion in her words resonated with millions across the nation, cutting through the usual glamorous facade of celebrity life to reveal the very human pain beneath. Daniel's message served as both a call to action and a heartbreaking acknowledgement of helplessness, as she detailed how the vibrant, generous woman she had known for years was being slowly consumed by an illness that showed no mercy. Her post sparked an immediate outpouring of support from fans and colleagues alike, but also raised difficult questions about the healthcare infrastructure available to Nigeria's entertainment professionals and the stigma that still surrounds HIV/AIDS in many communities. Not long after Daniel's public appeal, another of Nollywood's brightest stars, Destiny Etiko, added her voice to the growing chorus of concern. Known for her powerful screen presence and typically stoic demeanor, Etiko's visible distress during a press conference came as a shock to many of her fans. Fighting back tears, she spoke of Mercy's unparalleled contributions to the industry and the cruel irony of such a vibrant life being cut short. Etiko's plea took on an even more urgent tone as she revealed details of Mercy's current condition that had not previously been made public. The constant pain, the difficulty in maintaining basic bodily functions, the heartbreaking moments when the actress would confess her fears about leaving her children motherless. These intimate disclosures painted a picture of suffering that went far beyond the physical, touching on the emotional and psychological toll of facing mortality in the public eye. Etiko's call for action extended beyond thoughts and prayers, challenging the industry and the nation at large to confront the systemic issues that had contributed to this tragedy. Behind the scenes, away from the glaring spotlight of public attention, Mercy Johnson's daily reality had become one of unimaginable hardship. Reliable sources close to the family describe a regimen of intensive medical treatments that left her weak and exhausted, interspersed with brief periods of relative clarity where her indomitable spirit would shine through. Her husband, Prince Odiyo Okoji, reportedly rearranged his entire life to become her primary caregiver, juggling the demands of parenting their young children with the exhausting routine of hospital visits, medication schedules, and emotional labor of maintaining hope in the face of increasingly grim medical reports. Family friends speak of the couple's quiet courage during this period, how they maintain a facade of normalcy for their children while privately confronting the unthinkable. The children themselves, though shielded from the full gravity of their mother's condition, reportedly became increasingly aware that something was terribly wrong. Their innocent questions about why mommy couldn't play as she used to adding another layer of heartbreak to an already unbearable situation. The Nollywood community's response to Mercy's illness has been both remarkable and revealing. In an industry often characterized by fierce competition and fleeting alliances, the outpouring of genuine concern and support for one of their own has demonstrated the deep bonds that exist beneath the surface glamour. Veteran actors have organized fundraising efforts. Younger colleagues have volunteered their time to assist with her care, and the entire industry has engaged in serious discussions about establishing better health support systems for performers. This collective response has brought to light the precarious nature of healthcare for many in Nigeria's entertainment industry, where success often doesn't translate to financial security or access to quality medical care. The situation has prompted uncomfortable questions about why such a beloved figure found herself in this position, and what systemic failures allowed her condition to progress to this advanced stage before receiving appropriate intervention. Medical professionals familiar with HIV treatment have weighed in on the discussion, offering both hope and sobering reality checks. While modern antiretroviral therapies have transformed HIV from a death sentence to a manageable chronic condition in many parts of the world, experts emphasize that successful treatment depends on early detection and consistent access to medication, factors that remain challenging in many Nigerian communities. The stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS continues to prevent many from seeking testing or treatment until symptoms become severe, a dynamic that appears to have played out in Mercy's case. Specialists have used this very public tragedy to call for renewed efforts in public education, destigmatization campaigns, and improved healthcare infrastructure that could prevent similar outcomes for others living with the virus. Their input has added a crucial dimension to the public conversation, shifting it beyond celebrity gossip to address broader societal issues. As the days pass and Mercy Johnson's condition continues to fluctuate, those closest to her have begun the painful process of preparing for outcomes they can barely bring themselves to name. The actress herself, according to trusted friends, has shown moments of remarkable clarity and courage, using her limited energy to ensure her children will have tangible reminders of her love long after she's gone. She's reportedly been compiling letters, recording messages, and carefully selecting personal items that will help her young children understand who their mother was and how deeply she cherished them. This heartbreaking preparation speaks to the duality of her current existence, the public figure whose illness has become national news, and the private woman facing mortality with a mother's fierce love and protectiveness. Those allowed brief visits describe encounters that linger in memory. With a vibrant performer they knew still emerges in flashes of humor and warmth, even as her physical form continues to weaken. The broader implications of this tragedy continue to unfold across Nigeria's cultural landscape. Mercy Johnson's illness has become a catalyst for discussions that extend far beyond one individual's health crisis, touching on issues of healthcare access, the pressures of celebrity, and the human cost of an industry that often prioritizes productivity over well-being. Her colleagues find themselves confronting uncomfortable truths about their own vulnerability, with many reportedly scheduling long-delayed health checkups and reevaluating their work-life balance. The public response has similarly evolved from initial shock to more substantive engagement with the underlying issues, as ordinary Nigerians see in Mercy struggle reflections of their own healthcare challenges. This shift from celebrity gossip to national introspection represents perhaps the most significant development in this ongoing story, suggesting that some lasting good may yet emerge from this personal tragedy. In what may prove to be one of the most poignant developments, Mercy's longtime friends Regina Daniels and Destiny Etiko have reportedly taken on roles that extend far beyond emotional support. Sources indicate the two actresses have become de facto liaisons between the family and the outpouring of public concern, carefully filtering the flood of well wishes and managing access to prevent additional stress on their ailing friend. Their dedication has become a case study in true friendship, demonstrating a loyalty that transcends professional networking or public image management. Both women have apparently put significant aspects of their own careers on hold to fulfill this role, a sacrifice that hasn't gone unnoticed by observers. Their actions have redefined what it means to be colleagues in an industry often criticized for its superficial relationships, setting a powerful example of compassion in action. The story of Mercy Johnson's illness continues to unfold with each passing day, its chapters written in hospital vigils, quiet family moments, and the reverberations felt across an entire industry. What began as private suffering has become a very public reckoning, holding up a mirror to society's strengths and failures in equal measure. As the nation watches and waits, the ultimate lesson may lie not in the specifics of one woman's medical condition, but in what her struggle reveals about collective values, priorities, and capacity for compassion. The coming days and weeks will undoubtedly bring more developments in this ongoing story, but what remains certain is that Mercy Johnson's legacy, both as an artist and as a woman facing adversity with remarkable grace, has already been permanently etched into Nigeria's cultural consciousness. The true measure of this tragedy's impact will be seen not in headlines or social media posts, but in whether it sparks meaningful change in how the entertainment industry and society at large care for those who bring so much joy to others while often neglecting their own well-being. The Nigerian entertainment industry stands shaken as veteran Nollywood actress Mercy Johnson Okoji battles a devastating health crisis, her once vibrant presence dimmed by an advanced HIV infection that has left colleagues and fans reeling. What began as whispered rumors among industry insiders about the beloved star's failing health has erupted into a national conversation, exposing the harsh realities behind the glitz of celebrity life. Close friends and colleagues Regina and Destiny Etiko broke their silence with emotional public appeals, revealing the heartbreaking details of Mercy's rapid decline, from the visible weight loss and exhaustion to the painful treatments that have become her daily reality. Their raw, unfiltered accounts have peeled back the carefully maintained facade of glamour to reveal a profound human tragedy unfolding in real time, sparking an unprecedented outpouring of support from across the nation and beyond. Behind the scenes, Mercy's private struggle has become a harrowing journey of pain and resilience, with her husband Prince Odi Okoji transforming into a full-time caregiver while trying to maintain normalcy for their young children. Family sources describe agonizing cycles of medical treatments and brief moments of clarity, where the actress's indomitable spirit still shines through despite her deteriorating condition. The situation has laid bare the precarious nature of healthcare for entertainment professionals in Nigeria, where even the most successful stars often lack adequate medical support systems. Medical experts have emphasized how earlier intervention could have dramatically altered Mercy's prognosis, turning the spotlight on critical gaps in public health education and the persistent stigma surrounding HIV that prevents timely testing and treatment. This personal tragedy has inadvertently become a powerful case study in systemic healthcare failures that extend far beyond the entertainment industry. The Nollywood community's response to Mercy's illness has revealed unexpected depths of solidarity in an industry often characterized by fierce competition, with veterans and newcomers alike mobilizing support efforts. Fundraisers, awareness campaigns, and urgent discussions about establishing better health safeguards for performers have dominated industry conversations, marking a significant shift in priorities. Meanwhile, Regina and Destiny Etiko have evolved from concerned friends to pillars of strength, managing the flood of public concern while providing unwavering support to the ailing star and her family. Their selfless dedication has redefined industry camaraderie, demonstrating a level of compassion that transcends professional networking and challenges the superficial stereotypes often associated with celebrity culture. This organic movement within Nollywood suggests the crisis may leave an enduring legacy of reform, regardless of its ultimate outcome. Mercy's illness has transcended celebrity gossip to become a national moment of reckoning, mirroring broader societal challenges around healthcare access and stigma. The public response has evolved from initial shock to meaningful engagement with systemic issues, as ordinary Nigerians recognize their own healthcare struggles reflected in the star's very public battle. Medical professionals have seized the opportunity to advocate for improved HIV education and destigmatization campaigns, while cultural commentators note how the tragedy has exposed the human cost of an industry that often prioritizes productivity over well-being. Perhaps most poignantly, Mercy herself has reportedly turned her limited energy toward creating lasting memories for her children, compiling letters and recordings that reveal a mother's fierce love in the face of mortality. These intimate preparations underscore the profound duality of her experience. The public icon whose struggle has captured a nation's attention, and the private individual confronting life's most fundamental challenges. As the story continues to unfold with each passing day, its implications radiate far beyond one individual's health crisis, challenging Nigeria's entertainment industry and society at large to confront uncomfortable truths. The outpouring of support from Mercy Johnson reflects not just affection for a beloved star, but a collective awakening to the value of those who bring joy and artistry into our lives. This tragedy has revealed both the fragility of human health and the resilience of the human spirit, while exposing critical gaps in how society protects its cultural contributors. The true measure of this moment will be found not in the headlines it generates, but in whether it inspires tangible improvements in healthcare access, industry practices, and societal attitudes toward illness. Mercy Johnson's legacy, whatever the eventual outcome of her brave battle, has already been forever changed, no longer just as one of Nollywood's brightest stars, but as the face of a movement that may yet transform how Nigeria cares for its artists and citizens alike. In the quiet moments between medical updates and public statements, there emerges a powerful truth about the interconnectedness of lives and the responsibility we bear toward one another, making this far more than a celebrity health scare, but rather a mirror held up to the soul of a nation.